For Pakistan at this Asia Cup, it has been the case of barely. They barely scraped past Sri Lanka in the Super 4. They barely managed to stay alive in the tournament. And they seem to have barely escaped getting penalized for clear ICC Code of Conduct violations. Which is why experts now believe it's time the ICC comes down hard on Pakistan. Ever since the Asia Cup began, Pakistan somehow has managed to keep the spotlight on themselves. Not for their cricket, because performance-wise, their campaign has been but average. It's for controversies. They used India's name and presence to generate noise and sympathy, and in doing so, they have crossed a line. Let's start with the so-called handshake row. For days now, the Pakistan Cricket Board and their players have complained about India not shaking hands after the game. They blamed the ICC match referee, Andy Pycroft, for allowing this to go by without reprimanding anyone. They even demanded the ICC to act against India. But here's the thing, handshakes are customary, not mandatory. It's a polite gesture, yes, surely. A rule, no. Yet Pakistan weaponized it to paint themselves the victims there. But while doing so, they conveniently forgot their own failings. Pakistan cancelled not one, but two mandatory press match conferences. First, against the UAE at a time when they were threatening to boycott the Asia Cup altogether. Second, against India before their Super 4 clash over the weekend. And here's the difference. While handshakes are customary, pre-match press conferences are mandatory. This is why former India captain Sunil Gavaskar blasted Pakistan and called for ICC to act upon it.
What needs to be looked at is the avoiding of the mandatory media meet on the eve of the match. Anyone among the large support staff could have met the media. It will be interesting to see if any action is taken for avoiding what is mandatory.
Pakistan blurred the lines. They demanded punishment for a gesture that isn't in the rule book. That had a bearing on the relations between the two sides. That was what it was about. But they themselves skipped obligations that are written in the Code of Conduct before every tournament. The organizing body announces when and where the teams are expected to take part in these press conferences. And that's not all. Pakistan is also forgetting ICC's one key rule, Article 2.5, which states that players cannot insult their opponent with gestures. A rule Pakistan's cricket team violated during the Super 4 match against India. And it doesn't end here. Their behavior during the UAE game was even more alarming. Pakistan delayed the start of the match by a full hour by refusing to leave their hotel. They kept broadcasters, organizers, ground staff and even the UAE players in a limbo because they wanted ICC to buckle. They were threatening a governing body with their childish act.
The other thing that left a sour taste in the mouth is holding up the game and starting it 1 hour late. If the PCB had any issues about the match referee Andy Pycroft, then it had 2 full days. By keeping everybody in suspense, they held the game to ransom.
That's the reality. Pakistan held the game hostage. They turned sport into a bargaining chip and then claimed Pycroft apologized to them by putting out a video of a closed-door interaction. But here's the truth. Match referees don't issue apologies unless they are wrong or they're told to do so by the ICC. Pycroft didn't apologize. He was merely conveying that there had been an unfortunate misunderstanding that had taken place that day. This pattern of manufactured controversies is indeed worrying. Yes, the ICC has already pulled up Pakistan quietly behind the scenes. We know that. But is that enough? Or is it time for real, visible punishment to take place? Because let's be clear, what Pakistan is doing sets a poor precedent already. Delaying games, skipping press duties, raising fake controversies, all to deflect from what's truly been a poor performance on the field. That's the heart of it. Instead of looking in the mirror, they're pointing fingers. Instead of fixing their own game, they're playing politics. This Asia Cup defeat isn't just about numbers on a scoreboard. It's about a cricketing culture that needs healing.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 以上も.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.